Alright guys, this is going to be a video where I show auto clicker doing multiple targets on your screen. I've showed auto clicker in two other videos in the past, one recently, one a few months back, but I always did single target mode. So for those not familiar, or if you're building, I'm going to build T1 troops in this video. So here's auto clicker, that's the icon you want to know. I think there's several programs called this, but you want to know that icon. So you just select between single target. If you just want to spam one button, like the Wheel of Fortune, you do single target. We're going to do multiple targets here. You click enable, and now to put a new target on your screen, you just click plus. I think what I need for troops is I need 3 targets, and I can click on each one of these, and I can select the milliseconds in between when it will click the next one. You can change it for each one. So you initially start this up, and if you're getting like a lag screen where you get the swirl or whatever, just change some of the milliseconds, increase it a little bit, so the game has more time before you're trying to click again. All right. So I already have everything swapped for training. I want to make some T1 mounted because I pretty much never have. I got like 40 million or something, but I want to start it up to start making a wall. So I need to open some food. I just have to exit out of here first. So let me open. Well, I'll open all that. Might as well open all the small stuff, right? Okay, let's do 1.4 billion food for right now. Just for this video, and then I'll figure out how much food I want to open up later. All right, so let's go to T1 mounted. We know that we need a button on train, so let me hit train. What's the next one? We need a button on train to speed up, so 2 is going to click here again. Let me click the button. And 3 is going to do finish all. So I want to have, because I don't want it to accidentally click 3 too fast, that it clicks 1 and 2 again, and it will just use all my 5-minute speed ups. So I'm going to change this to a half a second. I'm going to change them all to a half a second. A third of a second might be too fast. But once I get this started up and running, I can go, watch a YouTube video or something. Okay, so now we're set up for 1, 2, and 3. Let's click play and see if I have the right timings. You can see how that swirl pops up? That swirl in the middle of the screen? I don't think it's using my my 5 minutes. Is it using my 5 minutes? 1839. You used 2 of them there. Okay, so looks like half a second is good, and it's only doing 5 million food at a time. So I guess should draw on my wall. I think I don't want to waste any food. I mean, it does take a significant amount of time, but if you want to make 500 million troops or a billion troops, is it actually making any troops? Yeah, it's making the troops. Okay. If you want to make a billion troops, like to prevent yourself from getting carpal tunnel syndrome from making your wall, I highly suggest you download this program. It literally downloads in like a split second. There's nothing to this program. If you're worried about, adware or ads or malware or anything like that, you can just see from the size of the program, there's nothing on this program. It's as clean as it can be. It's like a few kilobytes or something. Like, it's the smallest freaking program in the world. If you're familiar at all with, program sizes, most video games, a lot of video games nowadays are getting up to 50 gigabytes. No, but maybe it's a few megabyte program, 12 megabytes. It downloads in half a second, no matter what your connection is. So yeah, so I can just AFK for as long as however much food I have takes to be done. But that's way better than clicking my mouse like how many tens of thousands of times to make the amount of troops that we need to make in this game. Obviously, your troop training capacity plays a major role in how many times it's going to take. I've watched some of those videos of like Viper and Big and those guys, and they go to their troop training buildings, and they have like over 200,000 training capacity. I don't know how they have more than triple of what I get. I guess it's the army camps that have the biggest difference. So they must make the most difference. So they must have. I only have one army camp. So they must have a bunch of army camps or something. That's the only thing I can think of why they'd have triple my amount. I mean, I don't have Ring of Fafnir for the purple wings for top 100 bog or top 200 bog or whatever it is. I'll probably never obtain that. There's just too many high power alliances out there that are all rallying, reinforcing, and they just have way too many points that they can exchange between each other. Their 25 battle. Some of these alliances, like 20 of their 25, are making top 100 every time. Like, how the hell is there room for anybody else? Maybe not 20 of their 25, but like there's so many alliances in the game that have been playing way longer than I have, 4 or 5 times longer. What? Okay, thank you. My wife's reminding me that she made me some tea earlier. I'm drinking a beer right now. So yeah, so this will just, I don't know if I want to open a bunch of food at once or if I want to open an amount that's a little bit below what my troops will eat. I don't really like wasting resources. But this thing, if I open like 30 billion food, this thing would take a while to run. I do want to make my T1 wall though. Like I basically don't have the T1 wall, right? But then I also don't have the flats on my wall general. I have to reroll all of his gear. Well, when I go to reroll the gear or think about it, I think, well, I don't have a T1 wall. And when I think about making a T1 wall, obviously I'm doing it now. But when I think about making a T1 wall, I think, well, I don't have flat refines on my wall general's gear. And when I think about doing the flat refines on my wall general's gear, I'm like, but I don't have a T1 wall. It's like a trap. I've been in this trap for like 6 months thinking about making a T1 wall. So I'm making it now. Well, I'm not making like a huge wall. I'm probably gonna do like 40 billion food worth. I don't know how much that will give me. It should give me a couple 100 million. I think to do a billion, you need like 120. I think it's something like 120 billion food and wood. So I'll probably have over 200 million. And then this next event, I've already done my 8 million gems consumed. This next event, I will I'll refine my my wall general. I'll refine my thieves dragon. I'll just go pure mounted stats, and hopefully before I spend 8 million gems, I'm able to get at least 3 of those stats on each piece of equipment. So that's what I'll do. I'll roll 1 onto everything, 1 flat onto all 6 pieces. Then I'll roll 2 flats onto all 6 pieces. Then I'll roll 3. Then I'll just get whatever purple or higher as the 4th one. Then I'll do my thieves dragon. Let's see how many gems I got left. I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm on continent 6, but if I want to try to place top 50 in all stars, I need to have a T1 wall. So they just have way higher multiplication of those flats compared to the resources and the power it takes to make them. Someone was telling me once, if you put full flats on your T1's, it makes them equivalent to like T7's, something like that. And obviously it's like, well, it's not 1/7 the resources. I think it increases 50% more per level. So it's like, it's, well, 50%, let's see. Tier 3 would be more than double what Tier 1 was. Right? So Tier 5 would be more than double what Tier 3 is, so more than 4 times. Probably close to 5 times what Tier 1 is. So Tier 6 is going to be 50% more, 7x. Yeah, Tier 7s would be like 10x, more than 10x the resources that Tier 1s cost. I could check and look at that real quick. But, yeah, it's supposed to make them equivalent to like Tier 7s or so. For 1/10 the resources, sounds pretty good. Yeah, so this is perfect. Oh, it's actually clicking the, it's clicking number 3 too fast because it keeps asking me if I want to spend those gems. But it seems like that's not actually slowing it down. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to just AFK it. I kind of want to just open all the food and just AFK. But it takes a while for it to use. It's almost used 1 billion resources so far, right? And then how much time am I in the video? Can I look at that? I don't know if I can look at that while I'm recording. No, I need like a separate separate monitor or something. I don't know how to do that. But I had a major scare today or yesterday. I spilled a little tiny bit of water, like less than a cap full of water, on the corner of my keyboard. Like not even on the keys, and the computer immediately shut down. And then when I turned it on, a whole line of letters on my keyboard no longer worked. Letters Q through P. So QWERTYUIOP, none of them worked. So I went and got a new keyboard yesterday. I got a mechanical keyboard. I've heard a lot about these over the years. I've never actually even tried one. But I live in China, and it's a game changer. Like, it's amazing to use. But I get this mechanical keyboard for $50. I always heard they were like $400, like the most expensive keyboards you can get. Luckily, I almost bought a cheap as fuck one. Like, we went to this huge electronics store, but there's like 30 different cell phone retailers in there. and it's a multi-level like mall, like it's a mall of electronic stores. And the first booth I went to, they have these super cheap keyboards for like $12. I almost bought one because I just wanted to run home, get back on the game. But then when we went to the fourth level of the mall, they had mechanical keyboards. It was 360 RMB. So you divide that by 7.1 or 7.2, it's about 50 bucks. So I'm real happy. We were in there for like 40 minutes or something looking around. I'm glad we took the time. I think I'm real happy about this purchase. I've only had it for a day. You know what I'm the most happy about? Check this out. You guys ever heard of Huawei? So this is a Huawei standalone speaker system, and it's got a speaker on this side, right? And then a speaker on that side, and you just stand it up like that. But this thing's super high quality. Like it'll turn up super loud. Hold on a second. My my wife's gonna get mad at me if I turn it up too loud. But like you can tell from the weight of it in your hands, it's a super high quality, like over engineered Bluetooth speaker device. Like this is better than any Apple product I've ever seen. I actually bought one of these for my sister for her birthday, and I mailed it to her in China or in the United States from China. And yeah, she was like, they all come in different colors too. I got her a red one, and she was super happy with it. And she can listen to music while she's at work, so she brings it to work with her. And I haven't bought. This is my stepsister. I haven't gotten her a birthday present. I don't know, for over a decade. I've had times though I was super happy about purchasing it for her and sending it to her. It cost so this cost over $100, just a little bit over $100. This would be like easily a $200 device in the U.S. But I have a bunch of Huawei stuff, like my phone's Huawei. Huawei makes awesome products. That's why the United States is banning them because they don't want to. It has nothing to do with spying. They don't want to have to compete with Huawei. My phone's Huawei. I don't know how I can show. I don't know how I can show my phone's Huawei. It probably says somewhere on it. And then I got a pair of Bluetooth earbuds that are Huawei. And then my fourth Huawei device is my internet connection. It takes a SIM card. I put like $100 on a SIM card, and it gives me like reasonably fast internet for like 3 to 4 months. But I just wanted to put this back over there. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a believer in China after living here. It ain't nothing like they tell you on the news. People are so goddamn friendly over here. Like enough people that I go anywhere. I get people. I get people coming up to me and being nice. So that wasn't too bad. Let's do 10 billion food. All right, let's go. I don't know how long, but I had used all the food when I was talking and nothing was going on. So how many troops do I have now? 66 million? That's not too bad. So in the process of making this video, talking about a few things, I made, what I have? Right around 50? I made 17 million already? So to take like, well, I don't know, less than 10 times that. I didn't open 14 billion food. I know I just did 1.4. But yeah, the more troops you got, the more they eat. They like to eat that food, goddamn. I was really hoping that, I knew they were coming out with a new champion. Because they do champion, spiritual beast, champion, spiritual beast. So we know we'll get a new spiritual beast in a month and a half or something. And I was really hoping the new champion would have some resources production or like gathering speed, like a significant amount, like 200 or 300% resources production, or like, you know, 100% or more gathering speed of all resources. That would have been nice. But no dice there. The useful stats we got were like, what we get, training speed this time? I think it was training speed. They really got to do something to add way more resource production to your in-city resources. I mean, they're just pathetic. I wish there's a way I could upgrade mine to compete with all the botters. But like you can upgrade them just by leveling it up, but like the amount of resources it takes, like I made a couple videos on this, you know, a while back. Once you get to like level 39 resources tiles, if you do the upgrade, it's going to take you more than like 2 years to recover the amount of resources that you used to upgrade them. Like the difference it was from 38 to 39, and then 40 is like, if you do the upgrade to 40, it's going to take you like 3 years before you're in the black, before you get, like the increase you got before that increase pays you back the 9 billion total resources you used, because they're so small. I mean, who can ever upgrade those? Who can ever upgrade like the research factory to 42? Like I remember when I did mine to 38 or whenever you get the purple, like it just starts making the next highest tier, but the total time is the exact same as the previous tier, but 3 times more. So 3 of them to make 1, like, so it's the exact same thing. Like you upgrade your research factory and it's not actually making you any more material. All it's giving you is a longer queue before you need to replace those materials again. They should make it at, you know, level 40 research factory, like it automatically fills back the queue up for you or something. Like you can finally make yellow ones or orange ones at level 42. But it costs a lot to upgrade the research factory. It doesn't give you nothing. Like if you play every day and you don't forget to refill your queue, that's the only way it actually helps you. Is if you forget to fill up your queue and it doesn't have anything in it for like a day. Once you convert to yellow, you fill up your queue and you only have to look at it like once every 3.5 days or some shit. Like that's the only benefit it gives. I don't like that about the buildings. Like the prison, that pretty much does nothing for you, upgrading it past a certain point. Like there should be a point to upgrading every building all the way up to 45. If anything, just give us more, you know, hit points, defense, something for some sort of troop. I don't know, making it completely pointless, but you can still level them up, and it costs a significant amount of resources. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, if you haven't tried auto clicker, if you're gonna make more troops in your wall, or you're gonna make some T2s now, or some T3s or whatever, save yourself those thousands and tens of thousands of clicks. Get the download, take the 1 second it takes to download this program off the Play Store. I use APK Pure because Google Play services do not work on Huawei phones. I'm not talking about needing a VPN to connect to Google. I'm talking about Google Play services are required to run a whole shit ton of programs. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a background service for the program to operate. Google Play services is what it's specifically called, and they don't work on Huawei phones because the U.S. is such a bunch of limp dick faggots that they don't want to compete with Huawei that makes quality devices. So they're just going to turn off Google Play services. So if you have a Huawei phone, you can't where do you get all your programs? Everybody's using Google Play services unless you got an Apple phone. You got to download from another site. So I use APK Pure for all my APK downloads. And yeah, I'm gonna be a Huawei customer for life. Like there's stuff like their earbuds. I got a set of earbuds that are in my bag, and they're just as high quality as Apple earbuds, as like Apple earbuds Pro, but they're like 1/3 the cost. They're just over $100 for very similar in quality to the $300. The last I checked, there were $300 Apple earbuds Pros. Maybe they're more than $300 now because of inflation. But yeah, I think I'll stop the video now. That's good enough to display the video, and then if you've never used this and you check out auto clicker because of this video, like the square here just stops the program, and then you click this button and it shrinks it, and then you click one more time the X, and that's what shuts down completely auto clicker. So I don't want to shut it down completely, but yeah, that's multi targets. You just click on these and drag and put them wherever you want it to click first. So then I click that button. Oh, where do I need to click second? Oh, I need to or wait. No, finish all. So train is 1, right? And then and then training speed up is 2. So that's on the same location basically. Click there, and then finish all is 3. So then I have 3 over here. So the only thing you have to worry about with it, like I was saying initially, is getting the little swirly circular sign in the middle, and then if you get that and it messes up your clicks or the order of them, just increase these to a higher millisecond. It's just trying to click them too fast. I think 300 is the default. At least that's what it showed when I loaded her up. But like the other thing is with BlueStacks and AutoClicker, like you can have this minimized. Like you can be watching a video on YouTube or whatever you want to do. I do have to be connected to my VPN for YouTube in China. Okay, I am connected. So you can just chill watch some videos on YouTube. You can watch some of my videos on YouTube while you're building your T1 wall or your secondary T2 wall or whatever you want to call it. And then you can just alt tab or click on this, see if it's used all the food yet. If not, watch some baby bear sings or some red ebony or some Genghis or some Derek Defies or some Mr. Yours. Who else do I watch all the time? I got all these guys with their notifications on. I watch all their stuff. I think those are the best ones. There's one more. Optimize Evony. I watch a lot of his content. I'm trying not to forget anybody. I think I named everybody that I watch like on a daily basis. But yeah, you can watch any of those. Between all of them and me and a handful of other ones, like there's enough content on Evony made throughout a week to keep me happy. So you can check that out while your T1 wall is getting beefed up more. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't tried auto clicker to do some of these monotonous tasks, I hope you try it out. Save yourself some wrist strain there.